So I'm Lucas Crawford.
Hi, my name is John Gorman.
Hi, my name is Stacy Jenkins.
Hi, my name is Josh Parsons.
Hi, my name is Imaad Thasin.
Our team chose cloud computing with Amazon Web Services. We felt that this was the best and most cost-effective service for our small business.
So we have one instance of a virtual machine running successfully. The way I distributed it was downloadable as a remote desktop file. I uploaded the remote desktop file to our Microsoft Teams portal, and I put the password in there as well so that everyone can access it. In terms of security for this specific EC2, I made it open to everybody because for temporary sake, it was suggested that I put IP addresses for all my group members, but considering that I will probably terminate the EC2 in a couple of days, weeks, I left it open. I trust my teammates. I didn't see a big problem with it. So it would prompt you to download it, and we connect, and it's working. Only one user can be on it at a time. I did at the very beginning put this test document here just to make sure it worked.
Alright, so this is our platform as a service, the S3 bucket that we use to host our static website. And in the bucket itself are all of the files from the original website builder that have been edited a bit to allow them to work from within the bucket. And then, as I mentioned, we had this set to act as a static website here, so this would be the URL for that. In order for static website hosting to be allowed, I had to unblock public access in order for users and the general public to be able to access the site through that URL. And the policy here allows public to read, so they can't come in and edit it. It'll only be readable by the people who can access it. And then, so the way that it is set up in the bucket here with everything, if you just open the URL, then it brings you to the website hosted on Amazon AWS.
So for our customers table here, we decided to include an email, a name, and a phone number. This is personal information, which is why we've had to keep a very tight security policy. The email will serve as the primary key and the attribute that identifies the data in the table. A nice thing about DynamoDB is we can also filter, so if someone wants to find a specific person, they can do that, and filter by name. To access and write to this database, we created a Lambda function that gets called to our REST API from the S3 bucket that will insert the email, name, and phone number of a user. And since there is only write access to it, the only people who can access this data is here through the DynamoDB table, making it as secure as possible, so only people within our organization can see it.
Alright, sounds good. So the goal of our security policy is to ensure that application can be accessed securely and to guarantee the safekeeping of the data. As part of our security policy, we also formulated a procedure as to how to handle any unforeseen situations. Like what do we do if we suspect personal information is stolen from the database? A leaker or hacker can access the customer's information, and they can either sell it to another party or basically do some fraud with that data. In our security policy, we break down the threat level and point out what it impacts, being the customer's confidentiality. We established a risk score mechanism to determine the level of risk. Our risk score formula is a product of likelihood of a compromise and impact it would cause. We established controls if such a threat happens and how to address it right away by mitigating it. One of the mitigation controls that we have is a firewall that's in place to avoid unauthorized users from getting access to the data. And one of the risk factors we considered in our security policy for the application is what happens if our website were to crash. And our goal is to avoid losing customers if they can't access the website. We would end up losing their business, our productivity, reputation, possibly even get sued, etc. So we have existing mitigation strategies and controls in place to account for all these scenarios.